welcome back to Easy Evangelism. This is PJ here. We're trying to equip you to reach anybody, anywhere, anytime, and specifically with Muslim people groups. All right, bridges are so important, especially in evangelism. They help you to get that person from their world into your own. So first, we got to cross that bridge into their world using, quoting their people, quoting the books that they're familiar with, so that we can draw them back to the New Testament, to the Gospel. And so today I'm going to give you one of my favorites, one of my favorite bridges. I call it the Bukhari Bridge. Sahih Bukhari is one of the most trusted collections of Hadith. Hadith are the collections of oral traditions concerning the Prophet. And there's a whole collection of stories and of sayings. And this saying from the Prophet in Sahih Bukhari is one of my favorite. So this is how it generally goes when I'm talking with my Muslim friend. Brother, I've read the Hadith. I'm very familiar with them, but one Hadith I read stands out to me. Sahih Bukhari writes this, that all mu'min, or all believers, will pass safely over Jahannam, or hell. And they'll come to a bridge. They'll come to a bridge, but this bridge is on a knife's edge. And no one will be able to cross that bridge unless they are completely cleansed of all their sin. So brother, tell me, Sahih Bukhari didn't give us any answers. He said we must be completely cleansed of all our sin. But how is it that one is completely cleansed of all their sin? So why don't you go ahead and just pause this video, pause it, go back, just practice this saying it over a couple of times. It's a fantastic bridge, I guarantee you. Will get any Muslim into a gospel conversation. All right, welcome back. Welcome back to Easy Evangelism and the Sahih Bukhari Bridge. The Bukhari Bridge, one of my favorite bridges, if not my favorite bridge for getting a Muslim anywhere, anytime into a gospel conversation. All right. So anyway, Bukhari Bridge, it just ended with, how is it that one is completely cleansed of all their sins so they can cross that bridge into Jannat, all right, into Jannah, into heaven. So from this point, you want to ask him some key questions concerning sacrifice, or Qurbani. Every year on Eid al-Adha or Qurbani Eid, every Muslim family will make a sacrifice or an offering of a lamb or a bull or a goat. So in fact, in cities like Dhaka, Bangladesh, the cities literally flow with blood. And so they have the idea of Qurbani, of sacrifice, of adhiya, of sacrifice, but lacking the concept of atonement, an atoning sacrifice like we have in the Kitab al-Maqadis, the Torah, Zabur, and Injil, or the Holy Bible. All right. So anyway, Qurbani. I want to ask him about Qurbani. So the word Qurbani is used by Central Asians, South Asians, Turks. Adhiya used by Arab peoples. So depending on who you talk to, you got to decide what words you're going to use. After you have listened to their answer to how can you be completely cleansed of all of their sin. And so usually they will say something along the lines of works, especially with the 5 pillars. I go to Salat, I do Psalm, I fast, in Ramadan. I plan on going on a Hajj, and of course the Shahidah I subscribe to. So anyway, they'll either say, yeah, I follow all these, that's the way I can be clean, so on Yom Kippur I can stand holy before Allah. But ask them about Qurbani now, after you've listened to them. Say, brother, what is Qurbani? And then just listen to what they say. And they'll probably talk about how it's an offering that they do on Qurbani Eid. And they give a third to the poor, of the meat to the poor. They give a third, keep a third for themselves, and they give a third to throw a party for all their friends and everything. Listen to what they say. So what is Qurbani? That's the first question. Why do you do Qurbani? Why do you do Qurbani? So ask them, why do you do Qurbani? Listen to what they say. So once again, they'll probably say something along the lines of, the Prophet Ibrahim was told to sacrifice his son as a sacrifice. He did that because he had great faith, or iman in Allah. But as he went to do it, Allah stopped him and provided a Qurbani in the place of the son. I heard a sheep over in the bushes and that sort of thing. So listen to what they say. They'll probably tell you the story of Ibrahim. Why do you do Qurbani? Oh, ask them, when was the first Qurbani? When was the first Qurbani? And once again, they'll talk about Ibrahim, because that's the only sacrifice story that they know of. And then you can say, well, brother, I know of another Qurbani. In fact, it was the first Qurbani, and it starts all the way in the beginning with Adam and Hawa and Jannah. Let me share with you that story, the story of Qurbani. All right? And so, once you've shared the Sahih Bukhari Bridge and asked them these key questions about Qurbani, you are all set to share the gospel. And at this point, you want to see another one of my videos on the Qurbani plan, how to share the gospel using the story of Qurbani, or atoning sacrifice, beginning with Adam and Hawa, going through a series of prophets all the way to Jesus, or Isa al-Masih, Isa Ruhu Allah, Isa Kalamatu Allah. All right? So anyway, practice this video. At this point, stop it, practice, go back over it again, practice the Sahih Bukhari Bridge, practice the questions, and then go and learn the Qurbani plan gospel share, and you'll be all set to share the gospel with any Muslim, anywhere, anytime. All right? Assalamu alaikum.